Hello friends, and welcome to Heather's Handcrafted Soaps. Today I'm going to talk to you about coloring bath bombs. Now, you might think it's a really easy thing. Oh, you just throw some color in there and everything works great. Unfortunately, it doesn't work that way. So I'm going to talk to you about things that do work and things that don't work. There are a million ways you can color them, but it doesn't mean they're all safe. So to start with, sometimes you see a Pinterest ad for a bath bomb recipe and you go look it up and it tells you to use food coloring. Because do you know what that will do? It will stain your tub, it will stain your clothes, it will stain your towels, it will stain your washcloths. And it has not been FDA approved for that. So no dyes, no Easter egg dyes, no cake dyes, none of the dyes you see in the grocery store. Next, there are also dyes that are approved or that are for use in like soap and bath bomb stuff, but they can't all be used in bath bombs. For example, this one tells you that it is approved for eyes, and I don't know if you can read that. It is approved for eyes and external use, but it simply says not for lips or bath bombs, because that means it's not safe to be ingested. If it's safe for your lips, they expect that it will be ingested because you will lick your lips and it can possibly be ingested. Here's another one. And it actually says not approved for use in, I don't have my glasses on, I can't see how clear that is. I don't know if you guys can read it. It looks blurry to me. Anyway, it says not approved for lips or bath bombs. So these are out. And a lot of times it's your blues and greens anyway because of the different components that make up these colorants. Anything with chromium colors in them are not good. But we do have some things here. Now those were both mica powders. Here's a mica powder and it says approved for eyes, lips, and external uses. So that means it's okay for bath bomb. Same thing here. Approved for eyes, lips, and external uses. So these are micas. These are oil soluble, meaning that they dissolve in oil. So whenever you mix your oils into your bath bombs, and yes, a bath bomb needs some oils, these will be perfect colorants. But there's another kind you can use too. And this is quite frankly what most people use. Okay, this is one, this actually says it is approved for bath bombs. But anyway, there are other things called lakes and dyes. Lakes and dyes. Dyes would be like your FD&C colors. This is a green dye. This is an FD&C yellow dye. This one is, ooh, turquoise. And you know, on these dyes, it will tell you that it is approved for use in bath bombs. So we only do things here that are safe for you, for your family, for your clothing and your bathtub and anything that you're using. We make sure we use good quality ingredients that are safe and we use them correctly. So let's see what else I have in my little mini pack here. An FD&C red. Red is a color you have to be careful with, but as long as you do it safely, you're good. We also have a blue. Make sure it's approved for bath bombs. But what do I want to show you about these? I want to show you that when you're making bath bombs with these, you have to do something called blooming your baking soda. So I'm going to show you how to bloom your baking soda so that you can use it in a bath bomb. So down here, I already have my baking soda measured out. This is the amount of baking soda I would use in a regular batch of my bath bombs. And I have a little mini whisk. Oh, I might need a big one. Let me go grab a big one too. And a medium size. We'll figure out which size we need. Okay, so look, I'm always prepared. Papa bear, mama bear, baby bear. So let's see, that's still good, but I think I'm going to end up probably having to use the biggest one. Now, when you bloom your baking soda, you're going to dissolve, let me see, warm water. I think it's still warm. You're going to dissolve, this is about a tablespoon of warm water, and let's see, what color should we use? Ooh, I'm thinking turquoise. I'm feeling very bluesy. Do I want turquoise? Wait, let's see. Blue, I already did green this week. Yeah, let's do turquoise. Now, when you look in there, does that look turquoise to you? because it doesn't to me either. And let me just, a little bit of this goes a long, long, long way. You only use like a 1/16 of a teaspoon. And so the smallest measure that I have is 1/8 of a teaspoon, so half of that would be a 1/16. I did learn math. Actually, I was pretty good at math back in the day. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to drop this in here. Now notice, it's not the color that you want it to be, but I'm going to drop it in here. And amazingly, it is going to turn that color. You guys see that? Let's see. Okay, and you want to make sure it is completely dissolved. You don't want any little clumps in there. Now, the reason I can't put this directly in the bath bombs without blooming the baking soda first is there's only a very minute amount of water in a bath bomb. Your bath bomb mostly consists of baking soda, citric acid, and then whatever else you choose to put in it. That's going to be a trade secret though. So now what I'm going to do to color this is I'm going to pour this water in here. Holy moly, that looks like a lot, doesn't it? It looks like a lot. But as it mixes in, you'll find that it's really not as much as you think it is. And I'm going to use my medium one here. And so what you have to do, and I don't know why they call it blooming, unless maybe it's because you're getting the colors in there, but as you mix and you keep mixing, this gorgeous color is going to infuse every particle of baking soda that I have. Now the color will be further diluted when I add the citric acid to the mix. So it's not going to be very, very dark. But here's the kicker. When you bloom your baking soda, you have to let it dry out. Because if you put it in your bath bomb mixture like this, it will cause a reaction like a volcano. Think about when you were little and you would mix baking soda and vinegar and it would bubble up like a volcano. Same thing happens here. If you put water, baking soda, and citric acid together, it's going to do that as well. Now, I like to use a glass bowl so I can see at the bottom. See those places I haven't gotten it mixed in yet? So I'm going to continue mixing in, and then in just a minute, I'm going to go in by hand and mix that as well. Isn't that a gorgeous color of blue? So when you put this in your bath water, it's going to turn your bath water this absolutely beautiful blue. Let's get all of that off. Okay, so I have a couple of spots in there. The best thing to do is to get in there with your fingers. Let me back it up, you can see a little bit better. Yeah, just get in with your fingers and just mix and mix and mix. If you ever liked making mud pies when you were a kid, you would love this. It's very similar. And what a gorgeous color that is too. That is gorgeous. That is perfect for a spring bath bomb. So I'm going to keep on until I get it all incorporated. And right now it's kind of the consistency of wet sand. So it's very, very damp. So I know that is way, way, way too wet to use for a bath bomb. So what I'll do is I'll have to let it sit out for like 24 to 48 hours so that it completely dries out. Let's check the bottom again. One or two little places at the bottom we missed. But yeah, using a glass bowl is really good for making sure that you got everything incorporated. So just gonna mix, mix, mix. And I'm gonna look carefully in here, and I'm gonna let you guys see, to make sure that I don't see any white specks anywhere. And as I'm looking, I'm not seeing any. It looks really good. So what I'm going to do now that I have everything really well mixed, I'm going to spread it out in my bowl as much as I can. You can also lay it out on a cookie sheet. I wouldn't recommend a metal one. Or maybe like a plastic tray, kind of like a cafeteria type tray. But then I'm going to let this dry out, and then it'll be ready in a day or so to use in our bath bombs. And guess what, guys? Why don't I just bring you back when we do some bath bombs, okay? So, thanks for stopping by and watching. Don't forget, keep a watch out this weekend for a bath bomb video, and we'll see you later. Bye.